Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we're here in Westhill on the Citadel Minecraft server, hanging out in this medieval town that has now surpassed 3 years on the calendar in the process of building it. And I'm really happy with the way things are coming together, but we do have a few last things to check off on the list. We're going to be working, I think, north of the town today. So very similar to the marsh that we added a couple of weeks ago. We're going to do the same thing, but much larger here in front of the main wall, I think is what we're going to do. I'm pretty happy with the shape of that. I don't think I'm going to change it. I might change some of this up here, but for now we're going to stick this kind of like where it is. And it may change some of the foliage, but we'll go take a look and see what's up. In the meantime, there is an odd gift left here, I believe by Cosmic Dancer. The Squither says congrats on 3 years in Westhill. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Candles. Chiseled bookshelf mini blocks. Hello. That's really cool. I don't want to put those down because once we put them down, we can't. Can I wear one? Oh no, once I wear one, it's going to be like a player head. Darn it. That's really cool. What else we got? Cobbled deep slate, calcite, azalea leaves, coarse dirts and slabs. All the things a growing boy needs to complete a medieval build. Very cool. Thank you, Cosmic. I'm just going to move this whole shulker box. I'm not going to even unpack it. We're just going to stick it over here. Can I keep the box? I want to keep the box. And we'll leave this here for funsies. I don't really do live tours. There will be a big tour when it's all done. I'm going to invite some friends over to hang out. But if you watch the stream long enough, then you'll see us walk around and you'll see plenty of the town. I tend not to fly around too much unless I have to, so you'll end up just seeing stuff. I may keep the box. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. So we'll do two things. We'll go and look at the other marsh, but then we'll also look at the space that this marsh is going to take up. So once I get out here, you'll see the front of the town definitely needs something. It feels very plain, right? So this is very empty. I've got no idea what I'm doing in the space here. We had planted a tree here at some point, but I'm not sure if that's going to stay. And then over here, I did some landscaping and some work along the base of the wall to make the wall look like it's got some crumbling bits and some bushes and things. But I feel like some of that might end up changing because I think I want to replace this with marshland. Now, I don't think I want to increase the level, so we're going to have to dig out this layer here. And I may leave some little bits here, like this might not be like super even. We might make this have like some piles and stuff. This is going to be a little bit more custom as things go along here. Because I want to keep these carpets, right? So I'm probably going to end up digging like that space. Leave a little bit of grass underneath the wall. This will stay, obviously, because this kind of goes up a bit. And I guess we'll have to be careful because at some point we're going to have to build this up and have it drain. The idea was to have it drain around here and have like, just like we have over in the other space, a little waterfall that comes down. The rock here should show you kind of like where I'd want it to stop. Right? So like the marsh would kind of drain down through this area here, but I don't know what I'm going to do here. We may have to build this up a bit. We may have to curve this around so that it's a more natural spot. Because this being low makes sense, but then this being low doesn't. This could end up being like an actual wall. We might end up having to do something like this along here to make it look like it's being held back. Typically, you wouldn't find this in the world. There wouldn't be a marsh, 6 meters higher than the river. Normally, it would all be very close to the same level. What's the fastest way? Probably this way. We'll take the long way past all the hard work that we did along this riverbank the last couple of streams in Minecraft. Yeah, I think it looks all right. Yeah, that's a nice view. Can't wait to finish that side. So this is what we're going to put in front of the town. Something like that. So it has to be dug down 2 blocks and it has to be flooded. I'm going to try to do something slightly different with this one. I'm going to change the bottom to coarse dirt just to kind of make it a little bit darker. We'll see if that looks good. But that's essentially what we're going to do. Now this makes sense because the whole thing is in like kind of a bowl and then it drains off that way. So we may have to do some landscaping over under the wall in front of the town. Yeah, okay. So I'm not going to need everything all at once, but we're going to need basically all of our bush, dirt, grass, landscaping tools, plus some water buckets. Okay. I obviously need more carrots too. Leaguer Gaming subscribing at tier 1, 37 months, ticking past the 3-year mark. Thanks so much, Leaguer. Great to see you as always. And MindTripMedia, thank you ever so much for the 100 bits in the early phases of the stream. Sorry I'm a little bit late on that, but appreciate it. I know you're probably lurking. So that's the plan. And we'll grab the shulker boxes and just get to work, I guess. I mean, well, first we're going to make some more carrots. I'll grab some more rockets too. I might actually have the carrots in a shulker box somewhere. We'll see. Nope, we're going to make more. Might as well just make them all. Just a little bit more gold. Oops. Cool. Carrots and rockets. Back to snuff. Hey bud, gifting a tier 1 sub to the community. Thanks so much. That went to Anime22X. Anime, you can join the Discord now. Connect your Discord and your Twitch accounts and then look for the Joel Duggan Discord. Should be in your connections tab in your Discord options. Sometimes it takes Twitch and Discord a little bit to connect, so maybe give it, 10, 20 minutes, but once you connect them, it should be good. All right, we need dirt, grass. We are not going to have enough room for grass. That sucks. Nor are we going to have enough room for dirt. Coarse dirt. I guess we can use some of the dirt to make coarse dirt, so that's good. Where's my gravel? It's there. Ooh, we're getting low on gravel. Definitely bring that. We will need this as well. Obviously the mud. Azalea bushes. Moss. Definitely moss. Bamboo. Grasses and things. Don't think we need that. Don't think we need that. Bone meal. Definitely. I think there was also some wood. So we'll bring all the wood. You know, I never thought. I wonder if like jungle wood would look good. Let's bring the jungle wood just in case. And then for rocks and things, I don't think I'm going to bring these out just yet. Most of what we're doing today is going to be the green parts of it all. I guess I could bring the mossy stuff. So maybe we'll bring a cobble and tough, just because they are the wet blocks, sort of. And that should be it. I don't think I need soul sand. I say it, and I've got nearly an inventory full of shulker boxes here. GrandpaCrafter, hello. So for folks that were here yesterday, how does the Minecraft in-game noise stand up to the satisfactory in-game noise? Are they the same? They should be the same. Minecraft is actually ducked by 2.3, so it's not overwhelmingly loud. We're going to set up on the road. That seems like it's the best place to do that. I'm going to try to set up somewhere where it's not going to be in a screenshot, and I think most of what I'm going to be doing is like screenshotting that way. So if I set up, maybe we'll just not even set up on the road. Maybe we'll set up back here. That could make sense. And I tend to go left to right, so we'll do that. And let's do all the dirt stuff first. Spruce, oak, jungle. What I've got? Probably 3 lines. And then we've got stones. Jungle wood and then azalea. We'll do azalea, green bin, and then bone meal. I do this because you can't have too many different colors. Like so many boxes have to be brown, and then this way at least I can kind of do a little memory game as to where things are. So I think the first thing we'll do is dig around the edge, because we got to go down by 2 blocks. This is going to be water, and then the block below it has got to be Whoops. Gotta be coarse dirt. So yeah, I guess that makes sense. Right, so that's straightforward. It's this stuff that's going to be a little bit trickier. And I'm really not thinking too hard about this. I'm just kind of doing what looks natural. Oh, right, there's a cave down there. That's going to be a pain. Oh, I don't have any shears on me. I forgot that there's a cave underneath here. Well, we might be laying down some of that dirt. Maybe we won't have to store all of this. That's good. Let's grab that. And shears. Oh, I didn't bring... Oh, it's in here. Never mind. We're good. You see a possible marsh pig? Remember, Sandy. Marsh, not a swamp. I think we're going to leave some of this. The rest of this we'll have to take down. And this is just going to save me from having to go grow more later. I know I'll run out. Taking an area like this and making it really flat always reminds me of like early Minecraft. Not like early game, but like my early experiences in the game. Yeah, this is where I'm not sure what's going to happen. So we'll go over here and try to decide where about the waterfall thing is going to happen. I'd say about there. We'll do that for now. And then all of this will just be coming down. I think I did the outside edge in moss, didn't I? I'll have to go and double check. I'm pretty sure I did. Hey, Meadow, how's it going? Yeah, the whole outer edge is moss on both levels. Okay, have to do that too. And that'll be good actually, because it'll give us kind of a marker as to where this was designed. Because I obviously did the landscape for this a while ago. And we'll have to do both layers. This might be easier once the middle is gone. Whoops. I always find it weird that you can break moss with your fist faster than you can break it with a tool. Or, well, not a hoe, but like, you know, a pickaxe or something. Yeah, this will be easier once the middle part's gone. So let's get a potion and get rid of the middle. No, it's going to be a marsh. I don't think I don't want to put a tree. Anything vertical here is going to pull away from the height of the wall. I want this to feel as tall as possible. And so actually by digging this down, it's going to make the wall feel taller, which is going to be fun. Do I have the potion that I want? Just one. Pretty close to water. They're not that distinguishable. Sorry, we probably only need the one. One of my favorite marshland tricks is seagrass atop grass blocks. Place the seagrass fast enough and the grass remains underwater. Oh, that's cool. Have you seen, Redbeard, Paul, have you seen the other marsh that we did? Over on the East Road? So, fun tip, folks. One of the best ways to remove a big area of grass is with a Swift Potion. As long as you don't bump into any sides. You can actually mine at the right speed. We're going to have to fill in a bunch of this. Nope, I knew that was going to happen. You tend to catch up. Don't worry, I'm going to be flying over there in a second. Oh, need food. Something that I would absolutely be interested in getting is a mod that would put this number like on your screen at all times. It would certainly help with doing like things in the nether where you need like a fire resist potion. This is a lot of grass. We might not get this done before the potion runs out. I could try 2 rows at a time, maybe. That's hard on the eyes. Definitely deja vu of clearing out the land for the modern city. Yeah, I believe it was one of those future Joel problems. You mean the hole? Yeah. Look out, pig. So if you don't have a beacon for speed, then a swiftness potion does the trick. It's also really good when you're doing sand collection. Same idea. As long as you've got the right enchantment on your shovel. This is efficiency 4. I think it has to be 4 or above. Meadow, yeah, you meant the cave, yeah. That's right. We've got a lot of blocks and nowhere to put them, so I'm gonna fill in a chunk of it for sure. Who doesn't love a good rectangle? Pig! Look out! What is it with mobs in this game getting right in your way? I should really ask if anybody on the server needs, like, grass or dirt blocks. Alastair might. How do you heal a pig? Do you just feed it an apple? Because you can't look at that pig and tell me that those models don't need a bit of an update. I really think he needs ears. It would be a fun art project. Put it on the list of things that I don't have time to do. All right, we still have some speed going. I think I'm going to try to take another level. As much as I can until the speed potion runs out. Yeah, floppy ears on pigs for sure. Especially if they bounced around. These days with the way that animation works, like in games, you could just add physics to it, and as long as, like, whenever the pig kind of like walked, if they kind of flopped around a little bit, I think it would be awesome. You could even just put it in a simple animation cycle. So many blocks. Even static ears would be improvement? Yeah, I agree. I think there's something very specific about the silhouette of some of the animals in the game that needs to be improved. They did a really good job on updating the bat. The bat clearly looks like a bat from a silhouette now. And I think they, you know, they could benefit from doing it with the other animals. I think it would help Minecraft feel more modern. You know, like I think while Minecraft is still like the highest selling video game on the planet, I feel like there's still a lot of people that turn their nose at it because of the way that it looks. And I think they could add a little bit more charm to it. And rather than just looking retro or old, it could look like retro in a nostalgic way. Like if you go and look at a pig from like a Nintendo Entertainment System or a Super Nintendo, they definitely had ears, you know? Any of those 8 or 16-bit graphic pieces. Although I have to say, things like pixel graphics are one of the reasons I don't play Stardew Valley. You know, I know it's a good game. I've seen people play it. It looks like something I would enjoy, but when I'm not playing Minecraft, I want something that has more modern graphics. We must be almost out of speed potion. Swiftness potion. I always call them speed potions. There we go. No longer high gear. It's alright. We can fill this in here. I am just gonna go and drop down here. Don't need that much. We'll just go from here, I guess. Guess more of the dirt has to be up there. Interesting fact about pigs, they can't get water in their ears because they're getting really sick. Really? I didn't know that. How do they get around being in mud all the time? I guess we'll just use grass blocks. We have way more of those. I've seen more and more people that have pet pigs. I've seen a really cute video on TikTok of a lady that has a golden retriever puppy and a pig, and they're like best friends. It's pretty cute. This is the first time in a while that I just have not cared too much about blocks despawning. I need to make coarse dirt, that's why I'm getting a lot of the dirt. So I'm going to save myself a lot of headache, and we're just going to fill this in. Rather than guessing how deep we need it and having to deal with stuff later, we're just going to fill it in. One of those things that I probably would have done it right away had I known I would have needed to, but I think I was probably trying to save myself some work just in case this wasn't an idea that we decided to do. Like if we decided to just do something else in front of the town, then this would not have needed to be flattened out at all and would not have been a problem. Pigs are weird, man. I've raised a few for FFA and they are great, but drive me crazy. As a city boy, fill me in on what FFA means. Farm agriculture, something? Family farm agriculture? Future Farmers of America. Oh, okay. As a Canadian, I wouldn't have got that. I would not have guessed. Not have guessed. And this is where you almost think it's worth it to set up a beacon, but it's totally not. All right. This has come down by 2 because this is the water level and this is the coarse dirt level. So I just need to go remind myself of that. I'm going to get some coarse dirt. See how tall that looks already? Yeah, if I ever had like a small, I don't really want to farm, but if I had a small piece of property or something like that, I can see having a pig around just for like the benefits of not, like you could feed a lot of scraps to pigs and then you don't have to worry about as much compost and stuff. There's tasks like this sometimes where you kind of wonder, like, why am I doing this in survival again? Stuff always takes a long time. Rewarding, looks good in the end, but it's like it's not quite enough to warrant setting up a beacon just because of how much of a pain in the butt they are to take down. Gotta think about this rock here. Probably that kind of a shape, maybe. I'm gonna leave that there for now. Some of this is probably going to change a little bit as we get the marsh in here, but for now, here's a rough idea. the kind of task you like in Minecraft, but also one where there's likely do some and then do something else and then come back to it. Yeah, I do try to want to complete things in one go. Not sure whether that's good or bad necessarily. All right, let's pretend that this has got a little bit more of an angle going to it. That. I'm going to dig up that gravel too because we're sort of running low. It's a huge gravel deposit. Well, big enough anyway. I need to get a few more things out of my inventory here. Yeah, free gravel for the coarse dirt. That's exactly what I was thinking too. Let's just put a good chunk of it in there. I haven't checked to see if I'm low on cobblestone. Maybe I should switch and use my other pickaxe for that. I mean, I guess we're almost done. Doesn't really matter. Slightly shocked I didn't collect the coal. My coal box is full, Cosmic. I have a shulker box full of coal ore. I think the task is complete. At this stage, I'm just thinking about when I eventually leave Westhill, I'm going to have to move a lot of stuff. Look at the damage we've done to a netherite shovel. Just in this stream alone. I think it was close to full when we started. I didn't actually check. Satisfied? When there's this much of it, can't say no. I'm gonna have to be careful out here because, man, it is Spawn City if we're not paying attention. Move a lot of stuff. That's when you need a caravan of llamas. Oh no, it's just going to be a lot of back and forth. Probably a couple trips with a shulker box, or like an inventory full of shulker boxes. Makes you dizzy, but it gets things done a little bit faster. I think that's right. Done that right? Yeah, I'd want that to be the water level. So yeah, that's going to be underneath the water. Okay. This is the part that's going to be really boring. I guess that should have been moss, but whatever. Oh, I only have the one left, I guess. Yeah. Guess I need a little bit more gravel. Don't think I brought my stone shulker. Forgot that that was going to be a thing we might dig up. Plant pink flowers and you'll be satisfied. You can start to see it happening on the map. You know, the starting to take shape. I find maps are really fun like that. The map mod we use, just because it gives you that kind of bird's eye view and sense of progress. Because when you're down in it, you don't always see whether the decisions you're making are going to look the way that you want. This is actually going a little bit faster than I thought it was going to. Although, I'll be done with the dirt placing noise very quickly. That's a lot of gravel. I only just noticed that. Oh, never mind. It's mostly andesite. Thanks for the lurk. Hey, bud. Appreciate it. Good luck with the lawn mowing. I gotta say, in my search for a house, one of the things I'm not looking for is a giant yard. Small yard, sure. I like to barbecue. Would love to have friends over. Want to have a nice little spot for a dog to run around. So a place that could be, if it's not already fenced, then something that could be easily fenced. That's not going to cost an arm and a leg. But yeah, definitely looking for smallish, not giant yard. I think we have to actually dig in here to get some more coarse dirt. I guess I could take from the one that I already have, which is here. Now we're really low on gravel. And I don't think I have. No, I haven't made a data pack that allows me to separate coarse dirt. Like once you make it, you're kind of stuck with it. I mean, I use a lot of it, but still. Be nice to have that capability. I think data packs that allow you to like craft and uncraft things that are not vanilla are one of the nicer ways to implement data packs. It doesn't give you a new block. It doesn't really affect gameplay too much. It just kind of is a nice quality of life tweak that makes things a little bit easier on busy servers or people that have like busy lives, adults that don't want to spend like hours and hours and hours playing Minecraft. I mean, I say that it's my job now. When I made the server, this was all a part-time thing. Any further forward with the house hunting? No. I went to go see a place with a friend. It was a friend. He's a friend, but he's my real estate agent this week. And it was a fixer-upper. That is probably what I'm going to have to do to get into the market because the Canadian real estate market is absolutely bonkers. But it was too much of a fixer-upper for me. And I'll leave it at that. It was the kind of thing that somebody that had a company or was a contractor would have to take. I'm handy, and my stepfather is a carpenter, so I mean, I've got supervision, to say the least, and knowledge at my fingertips should I need to get into something I don't know how to do normally, but there's a certain cost that I'm just not willing to spend on something that needs so much work. It is a lot of coarse dirt. I keep the stream family friendly, but it's pretty dirty today. Thank you. Thank you. Matinees on Saturday and Sunday. Half price seniors on Thursdays and Tuesdays. We are going to run the gambit. I might have to go get some more gravel. Got those backwards. All right, coarse dirt. Might as well just wait to sleep. You could be getting a discount. Have you ever heard that joke? I can't remember where it's from, but basically whenever somebody fashions themselves a stand-up comedian, they talk about their shows, times, senior weekends, that kind of thing. Red tail snail. We're working on another marsh out in front of the main curtain wall. So if you remember the marsh from 2 weeks ago, we're just doing another one. Slightly different. I'm going to try to use some different blocks and some different techniques. For example, we didn't bother with coarse dirt at the bottom of the other one, but we're putting in a coarse dirt base for this one. Now, half of this is going to get covered up. So I understand that I'm basically putting down probably 50% more coarse dirt than I really have to, but I just don't want to deal with placing every last little kind of in-between block. So this was just a faster way to do it. Plus, it's end game, so pretty easy. I was just hearing about that one on Spun Chunks. I was glad to see that you're on. Oh, very cool. Yeah. We'll pop over again shortly. I'm going to take a break here in a minute, but we'll pop over to the other marsh so people can kind of see the game plan. Oh, we're almost there. I think we've got enough. This might be our last stack. Well, last stack in my inventory. I think we've got enough. It's hard to say. So before I take a break, I'll just fly over and show people kind of what we're planning on doing here. So this is the marsh that I was talking about on the Spun Chunks podcast. And was really nice, actually. Pixarups had some nice things to say about it. And with shaders, the water looks really blue. This would be really effective in a swamp biome. You could make the water look really murky if that was the case. But we don't have any grass down there. It's all normal dirt with seagrass on it. So I decided I wanted to try coarse dirt over on that one. And it drains down into the river over here. So we're going to be doing the same thing here. So when we're down at this level, you're not really going to see much from here. You'll see the bushes, but once you get up to the road, you'll be able to see very clearly like an expansive marsh. We may end up pushing it back a little bit, but we'll see. Anyway, I do take a break once an hour, folks. I'm going to do that now. Try to stay on top of those today. I just step away for a couple minutes, give myself a chance to reheat my coffee and grab a drink, whatever. You should too. Maybe even grab a friend. Let them know that we are streaming live here on the Citadel. Always good to bring in new viewers. Where am I going to hang out? I guess I could AFK in here, but I'm pretty sure there's a piglin in here. Yeah. Used to be a chair. Now he's a piglin. I don't think this place is down right anymore. Is it? I guess it just goes there. Yeah, just a trapdoor. Annoying. One of our data packs is really messed up. This used to be a table. Anyway, I can hang out in here safely, pretty sure. Yep. Cool. I'll be back in 5 or 6 minutes. Red Tail Snail, thanks very much. I'm glad you like the marshland. So we'll definitely get the rest of the coarse dirt in. I might actually have to go. I'm not sure how much rooted dirt I have. We may end up doing a trip to the swamp. Where did I put? Did I not bring those? Oh, they're here. Yeah, we're gonna have to go to the mangrove swamp. All right, field trip. That's fine. Don't mind me, just a volume test. 100 bits. Thanks, Cosmic. Appreciate that. We've been having some technical difficulties, and yesterday on the Satisfactory stream, the notifications were playing very low. Although we got them working again, at least it was better than nothing. For folks that need to know, I can actually test those anytime we want. If we want to just play like a test subscription, I can pop over to Streamlabs and be just like, you know, test the sub. And it just comes up with my name. Which is nice that they have that feature. But it's weird how Streamlabs ties everything together. I know a lot of people use Stream Elements now, but like I've tried using the UI and I just don't like it. Plus, everything is already set up. One thing that's nice, though, is that the Nerd or Die alerts that I have, Clearview, I think is what they're called. They have resources for both Streamlabs and Stream Elements, so it doesn't matter what service you're using, you can still use the purchased Nerd or Die stuff. That reminds me, if anybody is streaming, if you're a streamer yourself, I've got a discount code for, or affiliate code rather, for Nerd or Die. And I think it's just bang Nerd or Die in chat, and you'll get a link for my affiliate to Nerd or Die. They've got a big sale on right now. I think some of their stuff is 50% off. Oh, we're out of coarse dirt. We didn't quite have enough to finish it. I might have some more in a different shulker. I think we've got it done. Oh yeah, that should be fine. Okay, that's that part done. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to come up with something inventive, I think, to do over there. I feel like this might want to be bigger. I'm wondering if I'm not seeing it from far enough away. That's why I want to make that change. Oh, it's called graphics. Sorry. Thank you, Cosmic Dancer. But there's the link in chat. It's just bit.ly/nerdordiejoel. If you're watching this on the YouTube video. At Joel Duggan VODs. We got to be real close to 1,000 subs. I think I'm less than 20 subs away. So if anybody here live, there are 49 of you here live right now. If any of you are not subbed to Joel Duggan VODs, then you might be the one to bring me up to 1,000 subscriptions, which means I can start running some ads and earning a little bit of revenue. I've managed to sort out the way to have a separate audio track now for Twitch, so none of the music I have is going to be posing any kind of copyright strikes, which is good. Even though it's supposed to be royalty-free music. Yeah, you're only barely going to be able to see that. I'm kind of wondering whether I should expand it bigger, but at the same time, if I do that, I don't think I want it to go too close, because then this is going to feel like it's on a swamp. So I guess we'll just leave it the way that it is. I know it's slow, but I find I make less mistakes sometimes. Dirt is so easy to mine. All right, that's that part done. Now, I guess I do want to make the other side moss. We'll do the same thing along here. And I guess we'll leave that stone for now. Baboosh92, thanks very much for the sub. Appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and remove some of this grass along here. I'm sure we'll end up putting it back later. Just the ones on the edge so that I can remove this. I'd probably end up changing a lot of this, but for now, we'll just swap out the blocks that we want. Basically, I'm just getting rid of this ugly dirt side so that when we put the water in, it looks a little bit more green. Glad we went and got more moss when we went for that trip last time. I'll have to double check, because if we go for more swamp stuff, we'll have to go get some more gravel as well. I think I've got more gravel. Probably in the modern city. There's the cave right there. J. Chris, thanks for the sub on YouTube. Appreciate it. What's the number on YouTube right now? What's the sub number? 984. So I'm only 16 people away. That's amazing. All right, put that in there. We've got the moss around the edge. We've got all the coarse dirt in. The next step is the water. That's full. That's full. Can I put some of this maybe over in the barn? Nope. It's so full. Oh my gosh. You know what? I'll take the gravel. All right, that's a little bit more manageable. All right, gravel can go in there. Extra grass in there. Gold in there. Dirt. That's also full. Nope, not quite. All right, let's do the water, and then I'll have to figure out if I'm going to need more. I'm definitely going to need more rooted dirt, or rooted, yeah, money mangrove roots. I've only got really this much. Stacking a bit. I don't think that's going to be enough. No, I used a lot of those. Although, I guess we'll just have to see. I'm probably going to need to go anyway. It's fine. Wouldn't mind the road trip. That's part of what we do. So I don't want this to tumble down just yet. So I'll put a temporary water block here. Something obvious. Probably, let's use something green. Maybe we'll use azalea bushes for now. I think one of the things that's hardest about these kind of tasks in Minecraft is the really repetitive audio. Something I really like about the new copper blocks that they did is that while they have a very similar placing sound, they very often will change it just ever so slightly. The copper blocks have like a little ping to them, but it changes, it goes up and down. And I think that really helps with placing a lot of blocks. How we doing? Just about. Not gonna spiral down this way. Almost there. Ta-da! That really didn't take nearly as long as I thought it was going to. Oh, just a little bit left over here. So I'm going to be careful here. I don't want it to be water sources necessarily all the way up, but we're going to need to come back a little bit more. Yeah, that's probably good. We'll leave it like that. It's going to look a little bit weird. I'll probably have to mess around with it a little bit more. Hey, there's Alastair McFly. Yeah, I'll leave it like that for now. Is that your data pack, or does the lake fill in like that in vanilla? Oh no, that's vanilla. You use the you only have to do two sides, usually like this side and that side. If it was a square, it's a little bit different when it's an organic shape. But basically, once you do 2 of the 4 sides, they tend to fill themselves in. So I'm going to back up for a second, because one of the concerns I have is that it's not going to be big enough, and you're not going to be able to see much of it when you approach the town. Yeah, you're not going to see anything, really. That's disappointing. Well, there's a little sliver of blue. You get more from here. This is where I think I might... I don't want to move the road, because I've lined the road up with this bridge. So like that's staying there. You'll see a lot more of it once you get higher. Yeah. This is the kind of situation where this chunk of land might get cut back a bit, just so you can see more of it. Right? Like if I cut this down here, you'd end up seeing more marsh. Yeah. All right. Thanks for the shout out for Alastair McFly. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think that'll look good. I might want to make this a little bit narrower. We might want to curve this in a little bit. And I think this area here will be covered in bushes, maybe. Something. Yeah, I can see the drain of this coming down less here, more here. So this might end up curving around a little bit more. But the idea is that we'll go around with these blocks and just sort of create a pattern and then go through and texture it differently. really don't have too much of a pattern in mind. I'm just going to try to be as random as I can. But yeah, we've gone through a stack already. I think that'll be okay. We can always make it bigger. I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. First outing. Definitely going to need a lot. So we're going to need to do a little bit of a run here. That's fine. So we are going to need, we don't need moss. We're good. We certainly don't need grass. I should actually take the grass with me and see if there's a spot where I can dump some of this. That's a good idea. We're going to get rid of some grass and dirt. We 100% need more gravel. Cobble is actually lower than I'd want, so we'll bring the cobble. I think I'm going to check the inside for cobble first. You say the swamp was before or after the mesa? It's after the mesa. I'm actually going there now. Let's see here. Coarse dirt. I can just make that if I get more gravel. Mud we've got a lot of. I might as well top it up. I'm sure we'll end up getting some as we go. I really need to reorganize this shulker box, or this ender chest rather. So we're good for sand, good for glass. Not that we really need to those anything right now. We'll do, yeah, it's really just the muddy, it's the mangrove roots, and the muddy mangrove roots is the big thing. Oh, I should check to see where I'm at with mangrove wood. And I don't, guess I'll bring this just in case. What's Alastair saying? Just going to check some shulkers. I don't know if I have Discord set up on this. I might. I don't want to bite off more than I can chew about a little day project at the tail end of a 3-year build. Right? If you have the voice mod, it's working. I think it's working. I think I have it going. I don't want to spend the whole stream troubleshooting, but I think I have it on. It might need an update. That's the only problem. Yeah, it says it needs an update. But it might still work. We'll see. That would mean Alastair would have ducked audio, but that should be okay. Check for cobblestone first before we do anything. Oh, we're good. Okay. So we are A-okay on cobblestone. Not a big deal. That's fine. Kind of figured that. Gravel. Oh, we're good. Okay. We're out now. This is the last of our gravel, but one less thing we have to worry about. Mangrove wood was the other thing. Yeah, we are definitely going to stack up on some mangrove wood. I don't think I have a mangrove wood over here. No. So we are going to need some more logs. Don't know why I have bamboo in here. I wouldn't mind getting some more logs, so we'll bring that with us. And I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else I'm really low on. I just got this awesome gift from Cosmic, so we should be good. You always have a lot of stone, a lot of cobblestone. Yeah, I don't see anything that we're really terribly low on. No. All right. Dirt, grass at the modern city. Meet you at... I guess Avalon. Oops. Road trip. I want a thumbs up emoji in Minecraft. I think they have that in Bedrock. Any Bedrock players in chat that can confirm that? Don't they have like a emote wheel or something? Just type thumbs up emoji. That's not a bad idea. The new font supports emoji. I'm only running 1.20.1. We haven't gone up to 1.20.3 yet. Well, 1.20.3 is not out, but we're still on. It's so close. They must be updating to 1.20.3 in the near future. They keep on doing all these experimental updates in the snapshots, but they're not actually telling us how close they are to releasing 1.20.3. I think it was in December last year that they made the minor update, so they're probably just waiting for the holidays, which is frustrating. I really wish they would just update if it's ready. But who knows? Like, it might not be ready. Bedrock does have an emote wheel. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought I saw that. I've not spent any time in Bedrock. The only thing that would have brought me into playing Bedrock would have been the RTX stuff. But it didn't look like it was supported for very long, so... You can copy paste though, yeah. But I don't have I find copy and pasting emojis on a Windows machine infuriating. I don't find any of that stuff is very good. On Mac, it's a lot easier. But Alastair should be nearby. I don't know if I have players on the maps. No, I guess I don't. Is that an H that I just saw? Random snow. I think we should have room to drop off this dirt and grass here in the modern city. Your very empty bank. Nope. No room at the inn. That sucks. Well, there's room for dirt. Is there more grass and dirt over here? Oh, okay, here we go. You know what? We're just gonna go far down as we can. And that's the grass. Dirt. Now, do I have coarse dirt? Probably in the crafted section. No gravel. That's good to know. I don't know where I would have put coarse dirt in here. Probably didn't really need much of it because it's a modern city, so there's not a lot of dirt paths going around. Okay. Oop, nighttime. This place is not safe at night. Closest bed. Way up at the top. We'll just teleport and go to the nether, I guess. Whoops. Missed my rocket. That's a lot of mobs on the hillside right there. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Hey. Can you hear me?
It's working.
It is working. Perfect. How do I turn you up?
You go to your voice chat settings. For me, it's V. And then
B?
you'll see that there's a. Well, for me, it's V for voice. There's a little settings button. So you got to mute your microphone, mute the speaker, and then adjust volumes.
Okay, hold on. I don't have that hotkey memorized.
Probably change it from the default as well.
Yeah, I think I did. Where do I go for this? Controls, keybinds, and miscellaneous voice chat. Push to talk. Oh, there's a key conflict. Let's go with, I have no idea what button. L maybe? Sure. Nope, that's that didn't work either. Controls, keybinds. Miscellaneous voice chat. I wish it gave you a list of keys that were available that weren't conflicting.
Yeah, I've been in positions like that. If you have an extended keyboard, your numeric keypad does count as different to the regular keys as well.
Oh, right.
Even the numbers
I. Looks like I is going to be it. I. Voice chat settings. Voice chat volume. So I can turn you up. Hello?
Yep. So yeah, I suppose it helps if I talk so that you can hear me.
Yeah. I have to let go of the slider.
Right, yes, that makes sense. I will just keep mumbling to myself. Mumble, mumble, mumble.
Wow, I've got you up to like 200%. That's weird.
There's also adjust volumes right down at the bottom as well.
Oh.
Which I think is just for
Oh, yeah, you're
individuals.
right. You're at -50. Let me bring you back up
that
to.
would explain that then. That may have been with my old mic, maybe.
Yeah, that's right. It's been a while since we've done this.
Yeah. So my old mic, it definitely would have needed that.
Yeah. All right. How we doing, chat? Does Alastair sound good? Some quick feedback in chat.
And does my volume sound okay?
You sound great.
Two very different questions.
Yeah. There's that. Yeah, you sound good. So the problem is of course for chat is that you're coming through duct because my Minecraft audio is duct.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right. So that the Minecraft audio is not as loud as me. So you're going to come in a little bit softer. He's going to be a little quiet. I just can't. If I increase you to the point where the chat thinks you're fine, then it's going to be really loud for me personally. So
okay.
Different on Discord. Discord I can control separate, but this in-game thing, because I duck the Minecraft audio, the in-game audio thing is very.
It's just the two of us. I mean, I can jump onto Discord audio if that's easier.
No, that's fine. I'm just going to do that.
Okay.
We're just going to do this for. I just need to collect some mangrove stuff, and actually, I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't have Discord on this setup on OBS, so I'll have to add that to my list of things to do. So, are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm all set. Yep.
All right, cool. It's north, so we'll go this way. So, what are you working on?
Well, I've just been doing some community service by AFKing for the last several days, so we can get more gunpowder on the server. But I just came on just to pick some stuff in Abydos. My dispensers have been, instead of dispensing potion bottles, they've been dispensing Blackstone.
Oh.
So things got mixed up into the hopper system.
Oh.
So I was just clearing it out. And also realized that there was a block that was the wrong block.
I just realized that I didn't put my bow in my inventory. Walking through the open nether without a bow and arrow.
Things in inventories. There you go. There's your shulker box.
Oh, you just picked it up. Cosmic is saying it's better if we join a group chat. The audio is better if that's the case.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
All right. So, do you want to just invite me?
Group. Yep.
Did you create one?
Just creating one now. There you are.
All right. I'll turn you up a little bit. Let's see
Hello.
if that. How's that, chat? Better?
Are you enjoying the sound of my voice?
I think the thing that's nice about that is that it will it doesn't matter how far away we are from each other, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's not affected by proximity. Tell you what, this is me suddenly realizing this is the first time I've talked since yesterday out loud. And
oh
it's
yeah.
Really weird. The first time if it's been several hours.
So
in double digits.
I've got that too where I can go a couple days if I don't have a stream or a podcast. Then like I can go a couple days without talking.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that's how those muscles work.
Yeah. I find it's different too because being on stream and talking is different than actually having a conversation with another person.
Yeah.
Different muscles, different brain things. Ice spikes. Mesa goes up this way.
Yeah, I managed to get this far.
Oh, okay.
I asked just before I got to this, but and I did notice it does say on the sign mangrove swamp.
Oh, does it say that?
So, yeah.
Yeah, here it is here.
Have you... Hang on. I think you've raced way far ahead of me. I had to stop to eat.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah. So Mesa, as you know, is to the left.
Right.
Mangrove swamp. Keep going. And it's not a complete cobblestone path yet. It's kind of in process. but you can sort of see where it's like well lit.
Yeah. It's almost as though you've signposted it so we could find it easily.
And then there's the frog light farm that Mac has made. Speaking of.
Aren't they supposed to aim for cosmic instead of us?
Hey!
Nice!
That is not the first time I've got that, folks. The the stupid server resets our achievements every single time we update the game. So, yeah, so that's Macas Froglight Farm, right?
Nice.
I actually don't know how it works. I've never been here. But looks like there's their little construction room there, and yeah.
Oh, and there's its food.
Yep.
Wait, could that frog eat that whole thing?
Nah, I don't know. I think they have to. I think they break them down. I think they eat the little ones.
Oh, okay, yeah, because otherwise it's like that would be like Goose in Captain Marvel and the Marvels. The cat that can just swallow people whole.
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called. It's not a cat. It's like a flurb or something.
Yeah, Flurkin.
Flurkin, that's what it is, yeah. So there's no stairs in here, so Steven is slacking. And there's no cobble. And then there really isn't anywhere else to go. There's a massive basalt delta up here if you ever need basalt or whatever.
Okay, good to know.
And then swamp, pretty straightforward.
It's like my first time seeing these in person, I think.
Oh, the mangrove leaves?
Yeah.
They look better when it's not in the nether, obviously. They go kind of gray, brown in the nether. And there is a small setup here. I thought there was a bed, but I think maybe it's just a portal. But you've got the map mod, right?
Yes.
So if you look at the map, we are very much in the south of a giant mangrove swamp.
Right, and I think you said something like mining's right in the north.
Yeah, so if we fly, then you'll see where the we have to fly north, which is this direction that I'm facing, and you'll see where we've started to mine. And the idea is just so that if anybody ever wants to build here, then you're not mining where people might want to build something cool.
Yeah, that's fair.
And there's a weird desert in the middle of the swamp, which I find fun. Where are we here? Nope, farther.
Cosmetic Stargate there.
Yeah. So right around the tip here, you can see where it's starting to be. It starts to get stripped.
Right. Okay.
So basically, this is the northern tip. I'm not sure where you end up. There you are. Yeah. So this is the northern tip, and I've been mining out mangrove trees. There's all kinds of great stuff because there's mud at the bottom. There's muddy mangrove roots. There's mangrove roots. Like you just basically start collecting everything, and you fill up your shulker boxes pretty fast.
Nice. So. Oh, that's an interesting noise that they make.
Yeah, so mud is shovel. Mangrove roots and mangrove trees are axes. And then, of course, a hoe is probably the fastest for the mangrove leaves.
Okay, right.
And I did bring some, I think. Although I don't need any mangrove leaves.
So where are the trunks of these things?
So if you go far enough down, then the natural ones, those roots are the trunks. You have to then get up about 5 or 6 blocks before you actually get the mangrove wood. I can see one about 4 or 5 blocks above your head.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, yeah, I see there's one here that's kind of been...
Well, yeah, that one's been started, but probably hasn't been, it doesn't decay, yeah.
Oh, I'm sinking in the mud. Wait, can you sink in mud?
Yeah, mud is like, I can't remember what other block it's like. It's like soul sand.
Is it like this? Oh, okay.
In that it's like, it's not a full block. It's like a 90% of a block in terms of the hitbox. So you can use a hopper underneath mud and you don't need a hopper minecart.
Right, that makes sense. Okay.
Farmland is the other thing it's like.
Right. But as long as it's not like the snow where you sink in.
No, it's not like that. It just kind of, I think it slows you down a little bit, but not by a lot.
Yeah, I'm noticing a tiny bit, but just not much of a thing. Oh, this wood is exactly what I've been needing.
Cool. I do have a shulker box here full of mangrove wood, like buildables. So, like, if you want to see what they look like, then they're over here.
Yeah, over here. We don't have
Sorry.
so I can't tell which direction
No.
you're in.
Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll set this up here. And I forgot to bring a bed, I think. Whoops.
I have one.
Cool.
Oh, I don't know why I put my ender chest down. You've got one out.
Yeah, right.
Well.
Symmetry.
There we go. Just helping make you happy.
Yeah. So there's a diamond hoe in there if you need one for leaves. And
Doesn't matter if it's silk touch or not with these.
yeah, grab the silk touch mending one, whichever one is the more powerful.
Cool.
Yeah, it doesn't have unbreaking on it, so just keep an eye on it.
Right.
So I need some mangrove wood and I need some rooted dirt and mangrove stuff. So I'm just gonna start down here, I guess. I thought there was more natural muddy mangrove, but I guess you have to do more of the crafting on your own. So I think it's more of the roots that I actually need to chop down. And I guess I can turn off my shaders so I don't have crazy lag. Right, I guess we just start at the top.
Well, you work your way down from the top of the tree.
Yeah, that's usually the easiest way. Since we've got elytra.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at it going like, how do I...
Yeah. And I guess, I mean, if we're doing this, I don't need mangrove leaves because I've got like a shulker box full. So feel free to grab any mangrove leaves that I'm leaving behind.
Okay, cool.
Save you some time. Although I'm sure you'll end up with enough of your own too. Because they are dense trees. And you've kind of got to strip them away.
Oh, no! Whoa! There was only 3 blocks of wood on that one.
Yeah.
I thought that was a full tree. Is that normal? Or is that just because somebody's got most of it?
Somebody probably has most of it. By somebody, probably me.
Okay, I need to eat.
But yeah, there's not...
I just saw my life flash before my eyes.
Yeah, there's not a lot of wood in them. Something I do find them very problematic is that they are tough to harvest.
Mm.
You get lots of leaves. If you want to use the leaves, you're fine. But if you want the wood, it becomes really tricky. I need to look up like a proper mangrove wood farm.
Mm. Yeah, I'm kind of getting to... I was using the crimson wood, but there was a resource texture pack that instead of making it look the kind of purple that it is, to actually make it a crimson red.
Oh, yeah.
As the name implies. But now that we've got actual red wood, now it's like, well, I want to get the actual right color now.
Yeah. I try not to mess with that too much because there are some things that crimson wood is actually good for.
That's it. So that's why I've kind of gone back to using that as the original texture. And now I can use this as actual red.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've not gone too far in Atlantis to, to be like, oh, now I've got to do the entire thing again. Like I've not put much of it in yet, so now's a good time for this to come in.
Yeah, I've been holding off on a bunch of stuff, and I think one of the good things about taking so long for Westhill is that, by the time I actually get to building that sci-fi like zone, I'm probably going to be close to the crafter's release, so I may have to wait a little bit because I don't want to do any big redstone builds without that crafter. That's going to be like, it kind of feels like a waste of time,
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see the trade-off on the time it takes to build and design a crafter for a specific thing versus what you'll get out of it.
Yeah.
Because some of them can be quite complex from what we've seen from people like Mumbo and
Yep. I haven't really looked. I've been meaning to look to see what El Mango has done with them, but I just, for whatever reason, I just haven't seen anything pop across my YouTube timeline. I follow him, but I haven't seen much.
Yeah, I've seen him doing stuff in. I think he was doing like a void world, and he was testing out various efficiency things there.
Okay.
Because he's saying that most efficiency farms are just using nothing but nether portals. And it's just not interesting to him anymore. So he's trying to see other ways of getting some efficiency things with efficient farms, which will never be as efficient as ones with masses of portals, but it's just like, that's just how you mass farm everything now. And
what are the portals used for?
Just to move things in and out of the nether and the overworld.
Right, clears the mob cap quickly. Yeah. I can see where that would get boring.
Yeah, so he's just kind of like, well, what else can we do to make things more efficient? So that's what was the last thing that I saw that he did.
Right on. I am going to step away briefly. Cosmic is reminding me that I've got a break, and I'm probably going to stream for a good portion of the day, so I want to make sure I stick to those. So give me 5 or 6 minutes, dude. I'll be right back.
Sure thing. Sounds good.
All right, folks, I'm going to step away and take that break, but I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Sorry if I'm missing things in chat. It's a little bit difficult to keep up on chat sometimes with folks in the live chat in Minecraft, but yeah, I'll be back in just a few. All right, I'm back. You still here? Maybe
Yep.
Alastair. Oh, you took a break.
Yep.
Cool, you're back. Good stuff. So I was trying to figure out how I made all these muddy mangrove roots before, and I thought I could collect more of them, but I think the idea is that it's more about combining mud and the mangrove roots yourself. The muddy mangrove roots only naturally spawn where the mangrove roots touch the mud.
Is that what this is over here? If you can see where I am.
Yep. Yeah, so this is mud. These are muddy mangrove roots.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the mangrove roots, which is this block here.
Right.
And so you can combine the two of them. I think it's just 1-to-1 in your inventory. I'll double check that.
Oh, okay. Muddy mangrove roots. There we go.
Yeah. And these are directional. So if you wanted to use them as a texture, you place them on the side of something, then the root direction goes horizontal.
Oh.
Right?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And then if you do face down, just like a log, it goes vertical. And then the top has a very specific kind of pattern to it, but then you can control the root direction, which is kind of fun. I've used them for the texture in one of my buildings, like a basement texture or something like that.
So, what's on the... Hang on, if I do this... No. What's on the underside? Is there anything on the underside?
I think it's the same as the top. Hold on. I got a couple blocks here. I think it's the same.
Oh, right, yes, it is. Oh.
Yeah, same as the top. Cool.
Sweet.
I was thinking about you the other day. I saw that Leah Thompson wished a happy birthday to Christopher Lloyd.
Oh.
Yeah. He and Patrick Stewart are the same age.
Yes, yes. And can't remember exactly how old that is now, but yes, I did know that.
83. 83.
Yeah.
And neither one of them look 83. I mean, Lloyd looks a little older than Stewart, but like not by a lot.
No. It's one of those things where when you see Patrick Stewart in I forgot what it's called, in Logan. I mean, obviously they aged him up, so it was like, oh, he's starting to look old now. And then you see him again, like at press release, it's like, oh no, he's not. He's still not quite there yet.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the thing that I noticed about Stewart, and the only time I've really noticed recently that he's aged a little bit is like I saw an interview with him from like 10 years ago where he was 73. And at 73, he looked like he was 50. So,
yeah.
So he does look a little bit older, but not like a ton.
Yeah, it looks like when he was, even doing the movies, he didn't look like, I see, the movies, specifically the Star Trek movies. He didn't look like he'd aged that much at all since Next Generation, if at all. But now, I mean, he obviously has done.
Yeah.
Still just not at the same rate that the rest of humanity appears to.
No. I mean, it helps. I mean, I find that a lot of times, if someone is in those situations, sure, I mean, a lot of people have to stay healthy and in good shape for their roles. He's just always been active, but at the same time, if you've got a decent amount of money, you're probably going to be, and you've gotten a good bill of health just from, normal life. You've also got the money to stay healthy, eat well, he obviously can rest when he's tired, like all that stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you have people saying, I won't tell people that I've won the lottery, but there will be signs. And for me, it would be like, I'll have a personal trainer, I'll start getting my muscles back.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, you got healthy really fast. Like,
Yeah. Now it's my job now is to just live longer. I think, if I ever won the lottery, I mean, like, well, one, all of a sudden I'd own a house and a dog, and people are just like, what happened? It's like, how did you get into the housing market in Canada? It's like, well, let me tell you.
He says as he runs off into the distance.
Yeah.
To not say it.
Yeah. And the other thing is, I think that I just probably wouldn't care about it a lot. There's a few things I just would not really be bent out of shape over, you know.
Yeah.
Hannah actually shared a really cool thing on Facebook recently. I'm not sure if you saw this. Oh, you probably haven't because you're not on Facebook. So somebody in her community, I don't remember who it was, but in the New Brunswick area where I think she's from, somebody had sold their business to a competitor for multiple millions of dollars. This person was a business person their entire life and made a lot of money in selling their business, and is using 4 million of the profits. So it has 4 million to spare. And they're building a tiny house village, and it's meant to help homeless people get a start. So like there's all these tiny homes, and then there's a community center that has like, internet connection and like business office and stuff like that. And there's programs that are going to be run in this little park to help people that are currently unable to find a place to live also get like a job. And because they have this tiny house place, it alleviates the problem in Canada of you can't get a job if you don't have an address, like a mailing address.
Right.
So by staying at this tiny home in this park, you've got a civic mailing address. There's the business center office where you can take meetings or phone calls or whatever. And, obviously everybody can have their own, phones and stuff once it's hooked up. But if you don't have the money to get even that started, then having that kind of program in place was really cool. I didn't really get into much more than just like the surface level of the first paragraph summary of the article, but I thought it was really cool.
That is really, really cool. And so will a P.O. box address not suffice? Does it have to be a civic mailing address?
I don't know about that, but a P.O. box costs money, right? Like it's all,
that's true. Yeah.
Like it's all things that, when you don't have a roof over your head, like there's priorities, and P.O. box is probably not one of them. Yeah. I don't want to speak at a turn because I don't know very much about, homeless programs and stuff, or assistance programs in Canada and the Maritimes. But anyway, I thought it was a cool idea. Talk about somebody that has, not someone that won the lottery, but someone that has a lot of money and is able to do something good with it, right?
Yeah. Or there'll just become a point where it's kind of like, well, I've covered everything that I want to get.
Mm-hmm.
So what do I do with the rest of it?
Yeah. Well, and I think that's true of a lot of folks in the Maritimes. Like if someone says like, Joel, how many millions do you need to be set for life? I'm just like, it's not how many millions, it's only one. Invested properly, and given that the lifestyle that a lot of people around here have, like it's not lavish, like you want enough to get by and not have to worry, but you're not going to need, tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's kind of like there are certain things which I would probably not stop at. So this is where like I would not want to have the biggest mansion around.
No, gosh, no.
Just having, because like the only reason I stopped buying arcade machines was I ran out of need for arcade machines. And there's been plenty more where it's like, yeah, I would really like that one and that one and that one, and oh, they brought this one out too. But I don't have room for them, so that
right.
that. So it's kind of like I want a bigger place, but not too big that it just becomes an endless thing that's just there's no end to it.
Yeah.
Which I know is the definition of endless, but you get my drift.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the same with me. Like I've got this apartment, and it's listed as 3 bedrooms, but it's 2 bedrooms and a den. But the thing is, like that third bedroom, over the years that I've been here, I have 100% expanded the stuff that I own to include that bedroom.
Yeah.
I'm never in it. I just store stuff in it. But it's like if I didn't have that bedroom, I would have to be a lot more careful about the stuff that I keep around,
Yeah. I mean, I repurposed mine because I had mine as a guest room, and I just wasn't getting guests. Like, well, what else can I put in here? Oh, look, there's some home arcade machines. These look fun.
Yeah, strategic planning for when you have relatives that visit that you don't want to stay. It's like, well, I used to have a guest room, but I no longer have one because of video games. So you have to stay somewhere else.
Well, that was the thing. Like, I told my father this when he came to stay, and he said he was coming for 2 weeks. I'm like, that's going to be expensive for like a hotel or something, bed and breakfast or whatever. And he's just like, well, I thought I was staying with you. I'm like, I don't have a guest room. He's just like, oh, I just assumed you just meant that you just had to tidy up the guest room. I'm like, no, there's no bed there anymore. Not like last time you visited.
Yeah.
So I had to pay for storage and move all the arcade machines out.
Oh, wow.
Move the all the gym equipment out. Because my dad was like, well, we booked the tickets now.
Oh, jeez. All right. I need to put some more shulker boxes down.
So it took me a good week or two just to get everything moved over. So, yeah, there was just a little bit of a communication difference there.
Yeah.
Because like the only time it ever got used was when he came to visit this one time, and then so he's like, "Oh, well, that will still be there." Nope, not anymore.
Have you been picking up the propagules to grow your own mangrove when and if you need?
Yes, I did spot that those were coming out, and Cosmic has introduced me to those.
Okay.
But it's good to have several more. So
Yeah.
and I still need to get. I had a tree farm idea, and I built my tree farm. I don't know if I told you this, but it's not very efficient at all.
Oh.
Yeah, the rates are precisely 0. Like the trees don't grow.
Oh.
It is the worst tree farm I have ever built. Because the trees just they don't grow.
You might have to consider renaming that.
Yes. It's a sapling farm. All it does is just. Well, it's not even a farm. It's
Sapling sanctuary.
that's it. Yeah. But saplings never grow old.
Yeah. Oh God. What is? It's like it's Neverland for saplings.
There is something semi on brand for me there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I need to come up with another tree farm design that will work a little bit better, and it'll be good to be able to incorporate some of these. But how?
Yeah, I don't know how you
things
farm
grow.
these.
No, the way these grow just seems so different.
Yeah, they're very odd. I think that's one of the things that I remember commenting about them when we first got them is that, like, I like the look of them, I like the wood that you get from them, but my gosh, they're a pain.
Yeah. How? Because they've got vines on them as well, and the leaves look quite similar in color. Maybe a little bit darker, a slightly darker shade. How do they compare next to jungle leaves?
These ones change with the biome.
Oh.
So like
That's
right now they're a little dim because we're in the mangrove swamp biome, but like if you walk over into the desert and you place one, it'll go kind of like that brownish color. And so
and this is why you were saying like it's different when it's in the nether.
yeah, so they're very green. Sorry, what was the one that you wanted? Oh, jungle. These ones end up looking more like spruce leaves. So I've used them a lot in taiga biomes when I want to have like a dense thicket. Actually, if next time you're in Westhill, there's a thicket wall next to the mansion, and it's just meant to look like, you know, a thorn bush. And I've used these because they're quite dense. Something I like a lot about azalea leaves, mangrove leaves, and I guess to an extent cherry leaves, although they're bright pink, is that all of the patterns are a lot denser than the older leaf blocks. There's less little air holes to see through. They've got more pixel patterns to them, so they tend to do more coverage. They look thicker, I guess is the best way to describe it.
Yeah, I suppose it is a different texture to them. To the surface.
These ones have a nice,
more stringy.
yeah, these ones have a nice directional texture. They look like you could easily like design your own weeping willow and use these, and it looks fantastic. Because everything looks like it's hanging down in a straight line, right?
I'm also trying to just save on rockets by climbing up the vines, and I'm having very mixed success.
Yeah, you kind of end up with roadblocks when you do that. I've got lots of rockets if you need any.
Oh, excellent. There have been times when I've accidentally chopped down the one block that is holding the vine.
Oh.
Everything, myself included, comes tumbling down with it.
Yeah. I'm being bad, and I'm just kind of chopping some of this from the bottom.
Yeah, I've ended up with that a few times just because they're just such an unwieldy shape to even really get to.
Yeah, it's hard to see where the trunk goes. That's the thing. Which, again, speaks to the density before. Just a heads up, if you're blowing through the trunks, just keep an eye open for beehives. So you don't end up with angry bees.
Oh,
there's
that's good to know.
Yeah, there's one over here in the northeast. Yeah.
considered that
Yeah,
angry bees nearby.
they added those at some point. Thor of Asgard. Hey, how's it going? Sorry, I should check to see what my mute button is supposed to be. Do I know? Just so I don't bark at Alastair.
Yeah,
Mute.
I think you've deprived Elkhorn of some entertainment there.
Oh, I see. Mute microphone was M, but that's my map button. So, is O a hotkey in Minecraft? Yes, it is. J. I guess I'll remember that because it's my initial. See if this works. I'm going to mute myself mid-sentence. Does that work? Looks like I think I clipped myself there.
Yeah, that worked.
Perfect.
That
Okay. All right. Let me just see here. Dump some inventory off. And it's slow going.
I was looking by the marshland that you'd been making by that bridge.
Oh yeah.
I stopped by there the other day on stream and was just like, it is looking really, really cool. I like just how different it is on both sides of the bridge, which kind of feels like the flow of the water is really making a difference there.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it was a fun experiment, and it's one of those things that just kind of came together. You know, it's like when a drawing comes together or something like that. Like it really worked out well.
And it's one of those things, kind of like the way you're saying, just waiting until later on before you do the sci-fi area. The stuff you can accomplish now with these newer blocks, which if you did the sci-fi area back when you first thought of it, just how different that would be to whenever you end up getting around to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I've learned a lot about letting ideas kind of percolate from working in Westhill. And
right. Okay.
I think now, you know, I'll have an idea, and I mean, like, I'll go look for a location for the sci-fi zone. And then I'll go and do something else, you know, because there's a bunch of smaller projects. Because one of the things I don't want to do is jump from one project that takes me 3 years to another project that takes me 3 years.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm going to do is focus on some things like the portals in the end. We've got a lot of nether tunnels need fixing. So stuff like that. Smaller projects.
When I came back, I just got a book and started writing down a to-do list of everything that wasn't Atlantis. So it's like, here's my big project, and then anything else, what are the little things I can do when I just need a short break from that?
Yeah, it's a good idea to have like a short list, especially if you've like, I don't have time to stream for 3 hours today. Like I only have an hour and a half or 2 or something like that.
Yeah, so tree farm was one of the ones on the list.
Yeah. Emphasis on emphasis on farm.
Yeah, that's it. And that's a high priority because there's a lot of stuff I've got on that list that requires wood, and my supplies are dwindling. Well, at least they were until your kind donation.
Right. Yeah.
That helped me for that, because I was getting to the point where the stream that I next did,
yeah,
I wouldn't have had enough wood to do any of that.
So. The thing that I do the most is I don't build anything that's like a subwood product, like chests or anything that requires sticks. Like I always use spruce wood for that, because spruce wood is the easiest thing to manually farm with the ender pearl trick and the bone meal.
Yeah.
So they're the easiest to replace. So the only time I ever use the other wood is for something very specific. Like I need, I'm specifically using oak because that's what I want to use for that thing. And so I haven't had a need for a fancy redstone tree farm.
Yeah,
at least not yet.
That Atlantis is going to be a mix of a lot of reds and blues.
Oh.
So So like the staircase is going to be red, and so I need a lot of red mangrove wood for that. So it's starting to, like, the initial shape's starting to come together, which I'm happy about. Still just a lot of work to do for it.
Oh, yeah. I find I'm climbing vines without meaning to.
I'm finding that this time I'm wanting to climb vines and I'm too short. So I just get to the top and I just that little noise there was me just falling off one right down.
I forgot that there's naturally occurring copper in mangrove swamps.
What?
Yeah. Over here. It's like copper ore, I should say. Where am I? I am... Oh, I see you. There you go. Right here.
Oh, just underneath.
Yeah.
Oh. So actually clearing out mud could actually lead to...
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah. I saw that recently on a video that you can have that in the deep dark with skulk, that if you clear off a ton of skulk, you may find a lot of diamonds and redstone.
Especially in new chunks, because they've changed the diamond density at lower levels. There's now more diamonds in deep slate.
Right. Yeah. And it's something like the skulk doesn't count as a block covering it. It still counts like an air block in terms of the way that it generates.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Actually just as much of a chance of them being there as with an air block, which is why if there's a ton of skulk on the ground, it's good just to clear it out, and then you've got quite a lot of chance for ores. Yeah, I just learned that yesterday.
Right on. I don't like the color of the grass in the mangrove swamp. It's very kind of puke green.
Do you remember the last thing that you described as puke green? I think it was the hay bales.
Oh yeah, the hay bales, they're a snot green.
Snot green,
there's a difference, yeah. Yeah, the vanilla hay bales are gross.
Yeah. I do like the retexturing you did on those. I still have that.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I mean I like it too. I'm getting up there with my mangrove roots now. I've got a few stacks.
The texture you got looks like the actual yellow that you would have for hay. Anyway,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's what I think. All right, I don't need that.
This wood just doesn't like to grow in a straight line.
No, it doesn't. I much prefer the way that they did cherry trees, where it instead of growing at like a 45-degree angle, it makes an L, so you can always see where the next block is.
Oh, I have filled my inventory, so let me put stuff in my shulker box here.
I've got mangrove leaves, if you want any. Or do you have enough?
I've got like 5 stacks.
Oh, you're good. Okay, yeah. I kind of figured.
Good.
Yeah.
6 stacks, in fact.
Cool.
No, I'm getting a very good ample supply. Thank you, though.
Oh, no problem. I mean, it makes this kind of stuff a lot more fun when you've got someone to chat with, you know?
Yeah. And this is the thing, like, I've been off Minecraft for, well, it was a year, wasn't it?
Was it a full year?
Yeah, the last time I streamed before my hiatus was November.
Wow.
And I just started streaming again just at the tail end of October. So, I'd say November 2022. So yeah, it'd been like a year, which was nuts.
Wow.
And even in the small amount of times I was on when I wasn't streaming, I hadn't been doing any mining or resource collection, so my resources are just dwindling.
Right.
And it's just like, I need to get back to just doing, you know, you're chopping down the same tree I was going for.
Oh, was I? Sorry.
That's all right.
The perfectionist in me is just like, this weird tree is kind of hanging over the edge, and I'm trying to, like, before going deeper into the forest, I'm trying to remove all the edges, so it's very clear where the mining has started and stopped, you know?
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, I just need to start getting back to grinding a lot of stuff.
Oh, the endless comedy of standing on things that are slowly despawning.
Yeah. Oh. Fortunately, I managed to clear enough of the leaves around the wood that I could see exactly where I fell off and go back to the same tree that I was just on.
I kind of wish there was a little bit more you could do with mud. Like I feel like we've got the dried mud bricks and stuff, but I kind of want there to be just a little bit more, you know?
Yeah.
Because you get so much of it. Like it's not something that you're like, gee, I wish I had more mud. You're just like, gosh, I have so much of it. Like, what am I going to do with it?
Yeah, I found out that the... Oh, I'm gonna die. Where's the bed? Oh, complete opposite direction. I had heard that you could turn mud... Let's say you could turn dirt into mud with water, so I was just trying to pour a bucket of water on and stuff. And Cosmic was telling me, and the chat, that it's like, it's not a bucket of water, it's a bottle of water. And I'm like, they've added those now? And I'm imagining like a plastic bottle, like you take to the gym with you. Or just, like a bottle of Evian that they'd added into the game. It's like, oh, right, a glass bottle filled with water. Right. I think it's just because it was described as a water bottle as opposed to a bottle of water, but just the words that way round just made me think like, oh, they've added that to the game. That's cool.
Yeah. Sorry, Chad, I don't know what else I can do. I've turned Alastair up as far as I can. If I turn him up any louder, he's going to be blowing my eardrums out. I'm not sure why it's so low in Discord. We've had that issue before with the proximity chat.
When you go to the sound settings, do you have players and voice speech to 100% or
settings, voice activation threshold?
Meaning in Minecraft settings.
Oh, Minecraft settings.
Yeah, when you go to options and music and sounds, there's sliders for players and voice/speech. I wonder if those are...
Those are both at 100%. But that's separate from the mod though, right? Hey, you know what? I guess I could go into the other settings. Enable microphone testing. 3D audio reduced, but we're in a group, so that shouldn't matter.
No, that won't matter.
Yeah, I mean, Alastair, he's up at... I'll try going to 25, but I don't think that's gonna... That's just in the group. I don't like when the escape button exits the entire, menu. It doesn't just go up a...
Right, yes. Yeah,
up a level, Voice chat volume at 150. I'm going to try to go up to 160 maybe. The hard part is I have to remember this because the next time I do like a voice chat with Cosmic or somebody else in game like Steven, I'm just like, oh God, this is very loud.
Well, we had that once when Cosmic and I decided to sort of jump scare you after you came back from a break.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know that our voices would be as loud as they were, and I think you actually had to take your headphones off and just step away for a second.
I ripped them out of my head. Yeah, I pulled my earphones out. Yeah, it was brutal. Which I think is a poor design on the app, right? Because I mean, like, we both know that your microphones locally are not, peaking, right? Because you do podcasts all the time, and Cosmic has done streaming and audio, so we knew that the levels locally would be fine. So that's a problem with the app, and the app not giving you any feedback. I say app, mod. The mod not giving you any feedback to say, by the way, here's your meters. You're peaking and being super loud right now.
Yeah, they do for your own voice. Like there is that there, but then for any other players, it's just like here's a slider for the level you want them to be at.
Hmm. Yeah, you really do get precious little wood for the amount of work it takes to cut down a tree. I know that PixelRiff still does streams where that's all he's doing is Chopping Tuesday. Like he's just resource gathering so that when he comes time to record his Minecraft survival guide videos that he doesn't run out of stuff.
Yeah.
And so he uses his stream time to be resource collection time. That's something you could you could do that. Like obviously right now you're doing more projects on stream, but if you had something where you're going to need a lot of wood, you could just go find some forest in Minecraft that no one else is using and just like clear cut it.
Yeah, that's one of the things I've been considering doing as well, is just going on a dig.
Yeah.
Which I think would be kind of cool. Or if I'm just not even feeling up to the energy of that, I'm thinking of doing kind of what I think Mumbo does this, where you just throw on a podcast and just
mm-hmm.
away.
Yep. Oh, that reminds me. I was talking about the audiobook and how Patrick Stewart reads his memoir. I'm not very far. I'm only on second chapter because I'm taking my time and enjoying the book. Yeah, but I know you've got the audiobook. How is it?
It's good. I'm probably around the same point that you are.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kind of taking it slow, bit by bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been a little busy, so I've not had as much chance to listen to it as I
right.
want to. But yeah, it's good. I was just stunned by, I think it was like 16 CDs.
Oh yeah, it's like 70 hours or something.
Yeah, it's a long. Hang on 1 second.
Not 70 hours. It has to be. It's long though.
It is 19 hours.
19 hours, right.
Yeah. Spread over 16 CDs. So. But we were talking about him being not looking as old as he perhaps should be at his age.
Mm-hmm.
Well done to him. He is definitely sounding a lot older in his voice when he's reading it, though.
Oh, yeah. He's just quieter.
Yeah.
I heard him describe the audiobook and saying that they wanted to record it differently, and he had to make some adjustments from the actual written word because he wanted it to feel more like he was in the room with you telling a story rather than just reading a book. And I thought that was an interesting idea.
Yeah, it does sound more like he's just sharing anecdotes, which is
that's
cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So, because are you listening to an audiobook version of it as well, or just the physical print book that you?
No, I pre-purchased the print book back in April for my birthday, just as a treat, and so I'm just reading it. I'm taking the time to unplug and.
You're just doing the actual book, yeah?
Because
you sent me photos of the physical book, which is a very thick.
Oh, it's a big book,
many pages, yes.
But what's nice about it, and this is something I mentioned on the podcast when I was talking about it, is that as I continue to read it, because I've seen recent interviews with him about the book, because I've been a fan for a while and I know his voice and I've seen him on things like Conan or Tonight Show, that kind of thing. He writes the same way that he speaks, and so you can absolutely just hear him in your head as you're taking in the book. So I don't particularly need the audiobook to hear it, but I can see how people obviously would go that road because he's got such a distinct voice, right?
That's it. I mean, it's like I could easily that's the same thought that went through my head. It was that I know that I'm just going to hear his voice when I'm reading it, but then just after they announced it, and I was like, well, are they doing an audiobook? Because if there's one person that I would want that isn't Morgan Freeman, but would still want to read their autobiography, that would be Patrick Stewart. So
yeah,
I was like, I'd really love just to hear his inflections as he intends them, how I would approximate them and imagine them. So yeah, and I may very well get the print copy at some point, but I thought it was good to get that.
Yeah, I got a kick out of him doing little social media posts where he's like at Grand Central Station in New York and just happens to walk by a bookstore and there's like, oh, there's a book, there's my book on the shelf, and he just kind of grabs a couple copies and signs them and just walks away, doesn't tell anybody. I think that's great. That'd be one heck of a treat. You get home from buying a book on your way home from work, stopping through the subway station, you realize that Patrick Stewart signed the copy that you just happened to buy.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Oh, nuts.
I just fell out of a tree too.
Story of my life, my friend. Story of my life.
Yeah.
It's like you remove one block and there's nothing else beneath you.
Oh yeah, you just go straight down. I just find I end up bridging more with these leaf blocks, but then of course those are the ones that are not going to decay because I've as a player I've placed those.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely have some hovering trees here. That's another reason I wanted to do this so far away from the entrance into the zone, is because if we were to start doing anything cool and build something, like if somebody wanted to build a swamp base or something, then there'd be all these trees that are like floating and everything would look really strange. And
Yeah, there's this because it's just bare stone over here with one floating vine.
oh yeah,
How the vine is still floating, I do not know, but
it's because the server has vine growth turned off.
oh,
So that means that the vines aren't ticking. So it's also not getting an update to say that it's not attached to anything either.
oh, that's okay.
So now, if you want to decorate with vines, you put them precisely where you want them, and they're not going to grow over where you don't want them.
When did we change that?
Whenever it came out, I don't remember what version, 19.4,
Oh, right.
something like that.
Because I have a vine farm.
Oh, well, that's going to be a
Probably
problem.
doesn't work now.
You can still bone meal them, I think.
Right. Okay. So I'll just have to. All right. That's good to know because the next time I go to use that, I'll probably be like, "What's wrong?"
Sorry, yeah, no, I never thought it. I didn't think anybody else had. I don't think anybody had a vine farm.
It was mostly for, for mixing with cobble.
Oh, okay. Well, now you can use moss.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay.
So, no harm, no foul.
Oh no. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I've still got an ample supply of that, which is why I've not had to use the farm for quite some time.
Yeah, it's a game rule, so it's very similar to, like, if you're turning off day-night cycle or fire tick. We've got fire tick off, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we do. But yeah, that's a lot better than having to place string down for very specific points. Which I can already sense the frustration had with that.
Yep, I had a vine that kept on taking over my flower shop in the Westhill build.
Yeah, so I know exactly how precise you like to be with things, and I know that vines would just be the complete antithesis of everything you stand for.
Oh yeah. Well, especially because we've got lichen, which does what you want it to. Like, lichen does not grow unless you hit it with bone meal.
Okay. Yeah.
So at least I find now that all the lichen-like things in the game are consistent. And you still got to use shears if you want vines. I thought the hoe would be better, but it's not.
I like that there's more reasons for specific tools. Because they started to add that a few versions ago, that there were some things where it's like, well, you don't need like a hoe. And then they start to change things up so that the hoe actually becomes useful.
Yeah.
Beyond just initially setting up a farm.
Yeah, the problem I have is that it's one more thing you got to carry around, and your inventory just gets full, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I keep all the tools in a shulker box, and I just bring them out when I need them, right?
Yeah, I'm typically nowadays, as I've also found that axes tend to work better than swords in a lot of cases. I'm just carrying an axe, a pickaxe, and my bow, and then everything else is just in a shulker.
Oh yeah, when I'm working on Westhill, I don't even have a bow. I just I use an axe, and the sword and the bow and the arrows are all in a shulker box. And I brought the shulker box with me, but I forgot to take them out of the inventory. Like, so I was running through the nether and I didn't have anything on me other than an axe, and then like a shovel and other, tools like that.
Thank you for letting me tag along and see this.
Gee, I wonder what just happened there.
Thank you for allow me to faceplant myself on
Yeah.
many things.
That sounded like a player changing Y coordinates rapidly mid-conversation.
That's exactly what that was. 0 to 60 in like half a second. Alright. I don't know why I was trying to replenish my hearts by trying to sleep in the bed.
Yeah. Chat is saying that it was either that or Alastair was spontaneously breaking into song.
Fortunately for everybody involved, that was not the case. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm almost getting little bits of jump scares as I'm kind of going past some of these trees that are now despawning.
Oh, the noise. Yeah, the little pop that it makes.
Yeah. And then you just see just particles just exploding next to you.
I don't know if I've gathered enough for what I need to do. Where am I going here? Got everything over. Well, I've got a lot of mangrove roots.
Is the stonecutter updated for these blocks as well?
Stonecutter will work for everything through cherrywood, I think.
Cool.
Yeah, so like you're talking about putting the logs into the stonecutter and getting your wood products?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just getting like your
Oh, 100. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, 100% works on mangrove because that was a year ago, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
No, not a year. Yeah, it was a year ago. Because this summer was the cherrywood update, so.
Yeah. I am so far behind.
Yeah.
What is Minecraft?
It's the most popular video game on the planet. Try to keep up.
Touche.
Yeah. I can't remember. The next in line is Grand Theft Auto 4 or 5, whatever the new one is.
It'd be 5, yeah.
5. And that's got like 118 million copies. Minecraft is over 300 million.
Yeah, it's nuts. And they've got Grand Theft Auto 6. They've already announced there'll be a trailer in December, I think it is.
Well, they're not even calling it 6. They're just calling it the next Grand Theft Auto, I think. I was just listening to a podcast that talked about it recently.
Yeah, I think it would probably make sense for them just to move to a subtitle rather than just, otherwise it's just going to end up being silly numbers.
Yeah, I think, because they did it with like San Andreas and Vice City and stuff like that, I think.
Yeah.
right.
Especially the engine, depending on how much the engine changes as well. Because that was the thing with those ones, is that it was basically Grand Theft Auto 3, just with some tweaks to the engine rather than a complete overhaul like the fourth one was.
Yep.
But, I mean, it happens with Minecraft as well, that we do talk about the numbers, but really it's the Caves and Cliffs update and the trails and whatever is update. It's, they still try and put their artwork for the logo doesn't involve a number at all.
No, of course, yeah. I mean, they still have to have it numbered for updates and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And I imagine that might be where they go, where there is still version numbers for it.
Yeah.
Especially for the PC releases that comes out later on. But for marketing purposes and just the title of it,
yeah,
I think they'll kind of do what they kind of do, kind of like with Minecraft as well.
Are you done with the hoe, or are you gonna keep on going?
Yeah, I was about to say it's about half at the moment. I can give you diamonds to repair it as well if you need.
Oh, don't worry about that. It should have mending on it.
Oh, it does. Yes.
Yeah.
Your medieval trowel.
Thank you.
And your diamond shovel has I've barely used.
Perfect. So I can.
Not done breaking on it anyway, so.
Yeah, no, I can
use it quite a bit, but
I can repair those on the way back.
Yeah, and that'll be my ender chest there.
That's yours, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you okay to find your way back?
Yeah, yeah.
You good? The only tricky part is finding the portal here in the swamp. It's almost easier at night because it does sort of light up, but it is sort of like it's almost directly south, like almost a straight line south. And the thing that I look for, there's like a big swampy ravine, and so the swamp just kind of like drains into this big pit, and then the portal is right next to that.
Yeah, and it's And it is just at least on the other side of the desert, the other desert.
Yeah, so there's the middle desert, and it's like I said, it's really just due south. You can see like a little bit of a stone. There's a gray stone outcrop on the map. It's roughly there, I think. But I mean, I'm heading that way now. If you want to just go.
Yeah. Lead the way. And I managed to take off without smacking into a tree this time.
Yeah, it's close quarters. Yeah, it's close quarters.
Yeah, leaving from the portal, that's exactly what happened. I
Yeah.
went straight into a tree and lost half my health.
Yeah. It's a massive biome, though. Like, this is a huge mangrove swamp.
This is.
It would be kind of neat to build something in that desert biome and have, like, the mangrove swamp be, like, the surrounding biome.
I see what you mean about where the portal is, because, like, we're past that desert now, and I'm like,
yeah,
where was it?
here it is right here. Have you
I
see
just
me?
saw you, and then I lost you.
So I'm on top of a tree.
Oh, I see you now. Yeah, I see you.
So you can see this part here where the swamp kind of dips down.
Oop. Oh, right, yes.
And then look to your right on the ground.
I see. There it is.
Yeah, so we could use a bit more of a landmark to get home.
Use some redstone lamps and just have them flash.
Yeah.
Like little landing lights.
The torches is actually easier to find at night because the torches are a lot easier to see.
Yeah, I see now what you mean about the difference in color once it's in the night.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Pandal, welcome in. Sorry if I'm missing chat
That's really
messages.
cool, and I've managed to get a good few stacks of that, so that will get me going just to begin with.
Nice. Yeah. Gonna make sure there's no ghasts here blowing things up.
Not sure what I'll use the rooted stuff for yet. That's gonna be interesting to try and find a use for that.
I tend to put it like underneath bushes, and I've done, like I said, some basement like kind of mudroom things, but mostly I use it organically, like out underneath different bushes for stuff.
Yeah.
It's surprising how old these paths are through the nether, and we've just never bothered to update them because like they're so long to encase them would just be such an effort. And I don't know that anybody is that bothered. Like once you realize that as long as you keep running, the ghast is going to miss, then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's where I've been fine with it. It's just, yeah. The only one that I feel that we might want to enclose is the panic bridge.
Oh,
That's not too big, and as
yeah.
it's so close to the hub, that might be quite nice to do.
Yeah, and I mean that doesn't even have to stay there. There's another way down. There's like a whole other route. That's just the straight shot. So we could always remove it, and people could just take the other way, and we can encase the other way. Because the other way goes by the jungle portal, I think.
I do quite like the straight shot though.
Oh well, there's that too. I just fly. Like I tend to fly over it just on the off chance that something happens. Oh, I missed the turnoff. That's the other thing I find too, is that like for anybody that hasn't been on the server in a while or anybody that's new, we don't have a lot of signage because it's just been a handful of people. And like once you know where everything is, like you don't need to leave signs for people because there hasn't been that many people on the server.
And it really helped that when you started off the hub, you did very different themes for things. So I just kind of know, like, oh, you go blue to get to this area. You go through, like, my sandstone.
Yeah.
It's yellow.
Yeah.
Stuff, you know, green takes you down to, you know, it's
swamp.
Kind of color coordinate. So, yeah. You kind of color coordinate in your head as to which direction to go, even though every direction looks the same.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, and I prefer that to signs. So we'd have to come up with like a different way to decorate stuff. But then then you're decorating these long tunnels. But I think to your point about how we did the desert tunnel farther down where the whole thing is still netherrack, but there's just like stone arches every once in a while, you know?
Yeah, just a hint of flavor that it's still this tunnel.
Yeah, you're on the right track, that kind of thing. Yeah. I'm going to wrap up my stream, so I'm going to let you go. I'm going to actually head down to the zombified piglin farm to repair all this stuff before tomorrow. So I'm going to go that way. But this was fun. We should do more like resourcing, and we need to get together and do your paths too. That's something
definitely
that'll happen. I'm trying to finish Westhill. Like I'm really trying to push and finish that. So maybe after that's done, then we can come down and do like a co-stream. And for that, we'll go like a Discord route so that the audio is more even and whatnot.
Definitely.
So cool, man.
Thank you. This has been great.
No, that was a good time, and I'll catch you soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right, folks. I'm going to continue to stream, but I am going to switch over to Satisfactory for the next little while. Before I log out, though, I'm going to get myself down to the piglin farm in question. Actually, I'll take the alternate route just to show you that what I was just talking about. This is the panic bridge that Alastair does not like, nor does anyone else on the server. But if we go this way, there's a way to get down there if we need to. Thank you for the shout out for Alastair McFly in the chat. Alastair does stream from the Citadel for anybody that wants to go follow Alastair on Twitch. I don't know when his next stream is, but he's pretty good at streaming fairly regularly now, so that's good. But yes, right here, if we come down here, that's the jungle portal. Takes you to the jungle biome, but then to the left, there's a little staircase, and this takes you down to the zombie piglin, or zombified piglin farm. Pops you out right down at the bottom, I think. There's a turn somewhere. Right here. Yeah, so you come out here. Oh, with friends. So there's the panic bridge over this way. So that's the bridge that no one likes, and this path kind of winds around. We could have a more direct route. I could probably look into making a straighter line. This is in no way better, right? That's fair. I really wanted to decorate this with some glass, but then you realize how often gas shoots stuff in the nether, and all the glass that gets broken. We have to think about a different approach, perhaps, to decorating this area. But as I mentioned, I'm going to continue to stream. I'm just going to switch over to Satisfactory just because that game is updating on Tuesday, and I would very much like to get my save a little bit closer to a functioning factory before that happens. And plus, I'm having a good time today, so we will keep on going. If you are just tuning in for the Minecraft stream, or if you're watching this later on the VODs channel on YouTube, we are really close to 1,000 subscribers on my VODs channel. So by all means, please go and check that out. That is Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube. You can check out the Minecraft podcast and the Spawn Chunks podcast. One is the Spawn Chunks, that's about Minecraft, and the Citadel Cafe is all about sci-fi and fantasy entertainment. Both of those have new episodes out this week, so you can check those out. And of course, follow me here on Twitch, on Twitter, and on Instagram at Joel Duggan. That's where I post when I'm live. So pick your poison on your social media, and you will always get notifications when I go live. And if you're in the Discord, because you maybe have a gift sub or you have subbed, thanks ever so much for the support. You'll get a heads up ahead of time before things happen. But don't go anywhere. I'm going to take a slightly extended break. The stream will have to end, so I'll have different VODs for each game. But I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Give myself a bit of a break here, and we'll pick up where we left off yesterday in Satisfactory. So I'll see y'all soon.